Welcome to the Sauce and Gravy channel. This is Johnny Mac, the Gravy Guy. In this episode, I'm going to show you how to make a loaded green bean casserole. This is not your standard run-of-the-mill recipe. This is the ultimate version. Let me show you why. As always, begin with the prep work first, then create the sauce, and then you can dive into making that casserole. Round up one shallot bulb. It's not too large, it's not too small, it's just right. Slice it and dice it. It doesn't have to be cut very fine. I'm going to make it nice and chunky. Next up to bat, Baby Bella mushrooms, an 8-ounce box. If you want to use a different type of mushroom, go for it. For this loaded green bean casserole recipe, I'm sticking to the chunky type attitude, so I'm going to quarter these guys. You can cut them however you like. And remember, this is no ordinary loaded green bean casserole. Oh no, this one is going to have smoked sausage. 1 pound, 368 grams of pure delight. This isn't your mama's green bean casserole, I'm telling you. And because this is a from-scratch homemade recipe, you can cut your smoked sausage however way you like. My preference is to have bite-sized pieces, so I'm going to halve the sausage and then chop it up. And you know what? You're not going to hold back. This is going to be a meat lover's casserole. So next, final item up to task for prep work, 1/2 pound of bacon. That's roughly about 6 slices. Chop it up. Nice job, you've completed the prep work, so let me show you how to make the sauce for this casserole. For this recipe, it's going to have a homemade sauce, so no canned soup necessary. Your first step is to throw the bacon into a cold pan. Yes, cold, you want to render as much fat as possible. Throw it in, turn on the heat, and brown it. And what I'm about to reveal to you is absolutely going to blow your mind. This can be a one-pot meal. Yes, 1 pan to clean. If you have a Dutch oven or a large pan like this that is oven safe, you can create your sauce. Then throw together your casserole, pop it into the oven in 1 pan, and 1 less dish to clean overall. Nice work. Once that bacon is brown, take it out, put it to the side, and drop in your smoked sausage. And don't tenderfoot around on the sausage, brown it, bring out that flavor. When cooking the sausage, have the courage to burn. Don't blacken it, but brown it. Bring out that flavor, that color, that's flavor. Flavor makes happy stomachs and puts smiles on faces. When you're finished with the smoked sausage, take it out of the pan and place it with the bacon. So check it out, nice work. Look at the bottom of the pan. All that brown, that's flavor. That's going to be loads of deliciousness in your sauce. And that fat, it's perfect for helping you saute those mushrooms. Round them up, drop them in. Your burner, it should be over medium to high heat, more towards the high side. One thing to keep an eye on is the oil level. These mushrooms, they tend to suck it up. So if the oil level starts to run low, feel free to add it at any time. Saute your mushrooms for a few minutes until they're tender and lightly golden brown, at which point you can drop in your shallots. Grab your flat bottom spatula, hit it a bit, make sure everything's well mixed in. Again, watch that oil level, add more if necessary, burners over medium to medium high heat. Once the shallots have a hint of brown, you can add minced garlic, 2 cloves. Give everything a quick stir, and then you can round up some shrubbery. Trim the leaves of 6 sprigs of thyme and add them to the mix. Give it a 360 with the spatula just to make sure that the thyme is well mixed in. Cook it for about 30 seconds and then you're ready to move on to the next step. Deglaze your pan with 1/3 cup of white wine. That's 83 milliliters. I'm using a Chardonnay. With the white wine in the pan, it's a good idea to grab your spatula, scrape the bottom of the pan, trying to release all of those bits and pieces. That's flavor. You want that up and into your sauce. Reduce the wine down on medium heat for a few minutes until it's pretty much all gone. At that point, you can move on to the next step. Grab your sausage and the bacon and drop it into the pan. Stir everything together. The heat, it should be over medium heat. It's time to move on to the next step. We're going to start making the sauce. We're going to make a thickening agent using flour. So this is going to be a glorified roux. For this recipe, your sauce, it's going to be super thick, so you'll use 6 tablespoons or 48 grams of all-purpose flour. Throw it in, cook it for about 2 to 3 minutes over medium heat. Here you go. Now it's time to add your liquids. 1 cup, 250 milliliters of cool chicken broth. After you add the broth, it's a good idea to take that spatula, again scrape the sides and bottom of the pan, incorporating all those bits and pieces into the sauce. After you're done giving everything a once over, you can add 2 cups or 500 milliliters of heavy cream. And for whatever reason, if you don't have cream or if you don't want to use it, hey, that's okay. This is a from scratch sauce for a green bean casserole, so you don't have to use it. You can use milk or half and half. It just won't be, well, you know, as creamy. You may want to crank your burner up to bring it to a simmer quicker, and then add everyone's favorite what's it sauce. A dash or two will do. Spank in some freshly cracked black pepper. Bring the sauce to a simmer over medium heat. Once it starts to simmer, you can turn the heat to low and cook until it becomes nice and thick. Everything happens very fast, so don't walk away. After a few minutes, the sauce will become thick, and once it passes the smile test, the smile stays, then you're done. Grab a spoon, stick it in, and give her a taste. And you can adjust the seasoning if you need to. You can add a little bit more black pepper if necessary, and if you want to add a touch of salt if needed, go for it. Alright, stellar job. That's it for the sauce. It only took a few minutes, not too difficult, right? Now it's time to throw together the casserole. For this recipe, you'll be going all out. 2 different types of green beans. French style green beans, a 28-ounce can that is precisely 794 grams. Drop it in, mix it into the sauce. To this, you'll add Italian green beans. Who knew that there were so many different international green beans out there? And I like to use multiple green bean type styles because it adds a variety to this loaded green bean casserole, but if you just wanted to use one type, you could. Mix everything up, and you can use this same dish if you're using a Dutch oven or an oven-safe dish to bake it in the oven, or you could put it into a 9x13 baking dish. If you happen to be using the same dish that you cooked the sauce and threw all of the casserole together in, it's a good idea to bring it to a light simmer and then pop it into the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. That's 176 Celsius for about 35 to 40 minutes until it's nice and bubbly. So check it out. This has been baking for 40 minutes uncovered. This is what it should look like. It should be bubbling throughout, including the center, and the sausages, if there's any sticking up, they should have a touch of golden brown. But hang in there, you're not quite done yet. Snag a box of French's fried onions and sprinkle them onto the top of the casserole. Pop it back into the oven to warm up those onions and give them a light toasting. For this step of the process, you really just have to watch it, eyeball it. This took 2 minutes. If you go anywhere, you'll get preoccupied, you'll come back, and those onions will be crispy critters, so keep an eye on it. And that's it. That's how you make a loaded green bean casserole. Is this a side dish recipe, or is this a main course? You tell me. Thanks for watching the Sauce and Gravy channel. I hope that you enjoyed this recipe. I always really like making sauces, especially homemade ones that you can use to make a big casserole, and I hope that you have a chance to give it a shot. If you're still looking for some additional side dish ideas, check out this applesauce. It's homemade, it's absolutely phenomenal and really easy to make, or you can try out this cranberry sauce. There's 2 recipes, 1 video, check it out. And again, thanks for watching. Remember, it's just you, me, and the sauces. Keep whisking, y'all.